Okay, so this person says, since when was queerness inherently involved with astrology? I don't personally believe that anything is inherent, so I think that the use of the word inherent here is interesting because I kind of am a bit of a relativist. So I think that everything like emerges as an interaction between humans and society, or humans and culture, humans and the environment, right? I don't like believe in like anything inherent necessarily. But that to kind of answer this question, I think that lots of marginalized people really resonate with astrology because astrology provides us with tools that can help us describe certain experiences outside of an industrialized paradigm, like a paradigm of like modern systemic oppression, right? So like when you think of like the prison industrial complex, and when you think of the, the judicial system, and you think of also even the medical system, right? And when you think of even therapy and psychology, these are systems, when you look at the history, that have historically been used to oppress marginalized communities. So I think that there is such a strong gravitation towards astrology because astrology exists beyond that or outside of that, right? At least in the modern context, That's not to say, though, necessarily that I think that astrology is without, like, should exist as a thing without, like, criticism. But I do think the way that people criticize astrology is typically from a reactionary angle and from, like sort of like a nuanced angle, because the thing is, a lot of astrologers, at least my personal philosophy as an astrologer, is that astrology is not a science. I have never claimed it's a science, but that doesn't make it less valuable to people just because it's not scientific, right? Just because it's not based in fact, right? Do you see what I'm saying? Like the arts are valuable, the social sciences are valuable, things that aren't a hard science are valuable, right? And you do tend to see that when women gravitate towards a specific thing, that thing becomes less scientific or less rigorous, right? We're seeing that happen with the biological sciences now, right? With psychology, like psychology used to be considered a hard science, but now it is no longer considered a hard science. It's considered a social science, right? And that kind of coincided with more women entering into the field of psychology, right? So I think that when people criticize astrology, it's just interesting to me because a lot of women are interested in astrology, and a lot of, again, like lots of people from various marginalizations are interested in astrology. So I do think that some of the harsh criticism that astrology gets is rooted in misogyny and is rooted in these biases, right? So yeah, but like I said, I'm not trying to convince anyone that astrology is real, but I don't necessarily think that a lot of things are real. Like you're going to have a hard time convincing me that something exists inherently and exists like independently of like how humans view it, because we've created construct, we've created systems, right? It's like that's how we understand the world. I post jokey joke content and I get comments all the time on my jokey joke content, and it's kind of exhausting responding to comments like this about my jokey joke content. But like, I mean, it is important, I guess, to like have discussions and stuff, but it's just like not that deep. I don't know. Like it is just jokes, at least like most of it is jokes, most of my page, because it's fun. Like I'm having fun. So anyways,